Alright, we turn the radio down here real quick and then make sure the car is completely off. This is the easiest and quickest way to figure out if your fuel pump is actually not working. And it's a good habit to be able to hear your fuel pump first before starting your car, so you just know what it sounds like. Because then once you know what it sounds like, back to my 7 mistakes video, your car usually speaks to you before something goes bad. Here it is talking to you, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if you want to see if you have a bad fuel pump or not because your car is not starting, there's 2 things that make a car start: fuel and spark. Well, 3. You need air. You need the air to get in there too. So to check to see if you have a bad fuel pump, all you're going to do is put your key in the ignition and you're going to turn it to the on position where it says on, and then you're going to listen. You'll be able to hear the fuel pump actually make a noise. It sounds like a beep. As it puts fuel pressure into the lines. So it may be hard for you to hear it from the inside of the car if you're not familiar with the sound. Go to the outside of the car and have somebody turn the key so you can hear it, and it'll sound just like this. Alright, I've owned 2 cars in my lifetime so far. I've owned a 240SX 1989 and my 2005 G35. In my experience, if you don't hear the buzzing noise when you turn the key to the on position, 95% of the time that means the fuel pump has gone bad. But there's hope. There's hope. You don't want to pay that $300 for the fuel pump even if you're doing it yourself. You're hoping that there's something else it might be. Well, it could be your fuel pump fuse. I've never had it been the fuel pump fuse. Every single time it's always been the fuel pump. But you might be that 5% that gets lucky and you just blew a fuse. So if you don't know where and how to check for a fuel pump fuse, the fuse on your Infiniti G35 or your 350Z, I'm going to go ahead and show you where the fuse box is to check to see if your fuel pump fuse has gone bad. First, to get to it, we have to pop the hood. Alright, now that the hood is popped, to get to the fuse location, it's hidden under here. So we're going to go ahead and remove this. You're going to have a couple clips here that you're going to pop out and just use a flathead screwdriver. Or you can use your fingers like I just did. And what the fuck? Where did it? Oh, it went right there. There's my little catch can just hanging out. So let's put these clips right here. I just use my fingers. That one, I'm going to have to take a screwdriver to. So we got that one popped. See if we can get this one real quick. Real easy. And there's that one. So let's get this one undone. Just like that. So now as you pull these clips out, there's 2 fuse covers. 2 fuse boxes actually under this. And the other one that has the fuel pump in it is kind of hidden. So this will help you figure out where that fuse is. So here comes these, so then we'll lay these clips all down. Alright, so we're going to take this cover. We're just going to pull it off. Comes off fairly easy. So here's your main fuse box, and the fuel pump fuse is not in this box. It's actually down under here. So you're going to have to go ahead and remove this clip here. I think I just have this holding in, and then this one whole assembly will all come out pretty simple. Alright, take this clip out. I want this to come out. Let's see here. And then this weather strip, I just kind of lift it up like this and set it over to the side. After I set the weather strip to the side, I noticed there's a clip here. You also don't want to forget about this one. Go ahead and pull it out. And then this hole just comes out all in one piece. See how it comes out just like that? And you're just going to lift up on it. And it has tabs on the back of it. I'll show you. Tabs here. That'll make it snap in there and connect. So then the fuse box that we're looking for is right here. Well, you guys always wonder how my engine's so clean. This is why. I wipe shit off. This thing looks fucking filthy. So we're going to take this and wipe it off a little bit. Alright. So right here is the fuse box. And there's this cord here that was supposed to snap on. So we're going to go ahead and just, all you're going to do is lift this up. And if you look on the cover of it, they'll tell you where that fuse is. So the fuel pump fuse, looks like it's a 15 amp fuse there at the top right. So it should be, looks like it should be this one right here. That's your fuel pump fuse, this one right here. So let's go ahead and pull that one out and make sure there's no broken wire, which I know there's not because my fuel pump's working. But this would give you an example so you could see if you could look at your fuel pump fuse to validate it's valid, because mine's valid. In other words, it's a proper working fuel pump. So there's 3 fuse boxes on the VQ motor for your 350Z or your G35. You have a fuse box here and a fuse box here. So I didn't have a needle nose pliers on me. I didn't feel like going and grabbing it. So I grabbed the little clip that it comes with. This is where the 3rd fuse box is, and they give you this little tool to grab out the fuses. And I'll show you where the 3rd fuse box is if you didn't know. Alright, and the other fuse box is right down in here. You guys can see. And that's where I grabbed the little tool at, so I can go ahead and grab out this fuse and we can take a little look at it. Alright, we pulled the 15 fuse out. It is in this little handy device. So all you do is empty it like this, and the fuse comes out. Turn it upside down, I guess I should say. And if we take a look at this fuse, it should be, so let's get this fuse in the light so you can see, there you go. So if you took a look at your fuse and that wire was snapped in half, that would mean you need a new 15 amp fuse. So that would be why your fuel pump isn't engaging. But if you look at this fuse, it's perfectly fine. The wire has continuity and it's making a connection. So that's not the issue. Alright, let's put this fuse back in here. So just to let you guys know, what's great about living in Arizona is I can do filming in the winter. In the summer, to bring you this content, it's 110 degrees out right now. I am sweating like a fat pig. So it's, and everything I touch is hot. So hold on here, get this fuse back in there. Alright, the fuse is back in. So this will show you the location of a fuse box for your fuel pump if you did not know the location. And I hope this video helps you guys. So that'll do it for the video on how to check if you have a bad fuel pump. And then if you don't hear the buzzing noise, the second step would be to come here and check the fuse box to see if you have a bad fuse. So you can also, you've seen out there, if you wanted to take, I'm pretty sure that if you do these methods, that's already going to show you where the culprit is, which is a bad fuel pump. You don't need to hook on a fuel pump regulator line and check fuel pressure there, because if you're not hearing the fuel pump, it's most likely not working. I've never had a fuel pump that engages and half-ass works where it barely makes any pressure. Either it works or it doesn't work. But a professional mechanic, which I am not, I'm a professional salesman in IT and technology, will tell you should check the fuel pressure regulator and see what pressure is coming through. Because it could be a half-ass working fuel pump that's not even opening the injectors. And you might hear the hum and it still isn't working. But in my experience, and I've been working on cars for over, where are we at, 15 years now? I've never had that happen. Either the fuel pump goes out, or, yeah, either the fuel pump goes out, and that's it. I've never had a half working fuel pump. Either it goes out or it doesn't. Alright, well that'll do it in today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, stay tuned to the next video. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.